Now, one-point perspective is called a linear perspective, one type of linear perspective. And there is a mathematical way of creating an illusion of space. So what you have done till now is illusion of space. On a flat paper, you are creating illusion that there is a space. So this one-point is called so because of only one vanishing point. You have done exercise of two vanishing point, three vanishing point, four-point perspective is also there actually. But we will be learning by method only 1 point and 2 point. So today we will learn 1 point perspective using measurement method. So there is a step-by-step process. I'm going to explain this to you. Just look at it step by step. Try to understand how to proceed. And when I share this with you, you must proceed step by step. Keep looking at this and share. Okay. So you did this exercise, cube in 1 point perspective, correct? You have already done this. So different. So here, see, I have inserted that image of people here at the same eye level. So now it looks very dynamic. This whole perspective looks very dynamic. People in the environment walking and cubes in the environment. Okay. So what is the fundamental of 1 point perspective is that there is only one vanishing point. There is an eye level and there is just one vanishing point. So you can see here a kind of a frame and all lines on the ground, on two walls on the side and the ceiling, everything. So it is like looking through a frame of a room and you see a 1 point perspective. Now this is called a 1 point perspective grid. If you make a grid like this, it becomes very easy to trace a 1 point perspective. You can put a paper on top of it and draw a very neat 1 point perspective by referring to these lines. All right, so this is called 1 point perspective grid. So how do you make this grid? You make this grid like this. I'm just showing you an example. See here, I have written 1, that is unit. It could be 1 meter, it could be 1 centimeter, whatever. So if it is 1 meter, then you can see the wall height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters, correct? And the floor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meters. So there is a room 10 meter wide with height meter, and you're looking out of it. There is a wall, there's no wall at the end, so you're looking through this space. And what is eye level? You can see the eye level here. Horizon line you can see. Eye level is exactly at 1 meter from the ground line or the floor line. Eye level is here. So vanishing points, 1 vanishing point is right here. So you can see all these lines, how they meet at this vanishing point. So what happens if you change the eye level? This is what happens. See, eye level has gone up to 2 meters. Further, you can change the eye level by simply going like this. So eye level has gone 3 meters. So you can decide the eye level. What eye level you want is up to you to decide whenever you draw. So if you want to draw 1 point perspective, you can draw a frame like this. This is an imaginary wall or a surface, and grid lines like this with respect to a point after deciding the horizon line. So after deciding the horizon line, if you do this, you will get a kind of a view which is from higher level, lowest level, or middle level, or higher level, like that. So this is one method, okay? But this, how to do this step by step. So this is single point perspective, 1 point perspective, and which just explains very how dimensioning is done. Now in this, what is to be understood very clearly is that, see, you know that when the objects come close to you, they look big. When the objects go far away, they look small. But there has to be one spot where the objects are of the same size or the real size, correct? That is when you go near the object and touch the object is of the same size. Is that clear? You see so many buildings in front of you when you look outside, but they are huge, but they look very, very small because they are far away. When you go and near the building and touch the building, only you are getting the true size of the building, correct? So similarly here, let us take a look at this dimensioning which I showed you earlier. This is 1 meter at this point, true scale line. This edge, this frame is exactly 1 meter here. If this is 1 meter, then as this line come towards you, don't you see this line is bigger than light line? Is it clear? When the object is nearer to you, this line is bigger than that line, more than 1 meter, but visually it is equivalent to that visually. So as it goes further down, see that 1 meter reduces. That means something which is true height of 1 meter will look smaller as it goes towards the vanishing point and will look bigger as it comes towards to you from this kind of frame, from the spot where the object is kept. Okay, so this plane is called a picture plane. So within this picture plane everything is the true scale, but beyond that it becomes smaller, and here it becomes bigger. So let us go further down and try to draw, say, some cubes. So look at this cube which is kept at the edge of the frame. It has got the exact dimension of 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. It is kept there. But this cube looks big because it is closer to you, though it is of the same size. When it comes nearer to you, it looks big. Here it looks big, bigger than this. Here this looks bigger than that. This looks big. So any cube in the environment object in the environment starts looking bigger when it comes closer to you from its original size with respect to the vanishing point. So have you understood this much? This is how you are drawing actually, but you are drawing without any dimensions. Whatever you did in the last class and after that, they were all without any dimensions. Only human figures you have drawn using proportions. So now we will draw things with dimension. That means you will be using scale, etc. to do perspective drawing. All right. So 1 point perspective, step-by-step measuring point method. So this is what we are going to do now. Pay attention to what I am telling you. What you should do, first you must always draw the ground line. So you decide where the ground line is. Okay, start with drawing the ground line. That this is where the reference line of the ground line is. Next is you draw the horizon line. You decide where the horizon line will be at what height. So when you do this with some measurement here, say 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter, whatever. Okay, so that it is to a particular dimensions. You use centimeter scale, draw a ground line like this, say 6 centimeter above you draw a horizon line. So, or 8 centimeter above. So if it goes too much up, you will see bottom of all the objects. So remember that. So draw the horizon line according to given dimensions. So you can draw it at a desired height. Okay, fix a vanishing point. Now vanishing point you can take anywhere. You can take here, you can take in the middle. In the middle sometimes looks very boring because you will not see vanishing sides. You will see only the top vanishing. So if you take it one side, if you take it in the center, you will not see both the sides. You will see only the top and front. But if you take towards one of the side, you will see at least 3 sides, the top, left and right, or right and left, whatever. So this is called height line, vanishing point. We call it horizon line, or at a particular height, and vanishing point here and ground line here. So locate your vanishing point. This is the third step. You decide this, at what point you will have vanishing point. Then locate your station point. Now this is something which we have not discussed. Station point, see I have marked a station point here. This means you are standing here. You are standing here and you are looking. So there is a station point. From the point from where you look at an object, it is called station point. So always the vanishing point and station point should be in one line. Remember that. That means if you have taken a vanishing point here, immediately below this, beyond the ground line, somewhere at this bottom here, should be the station point. Station point is the spot from where you are looking at the object. Okay, so locate a station point as per given dimension. And this station point is here. Now, from the station point, this is very interesting. See, vanishing point is here. Immediately vertically down on this line is the station point. From station point, use your 45-degree set square and draw a 45-degree line like this. So it will cut this horizon line at some point. Okay, when you draw a 45-degree line from station point like this, wherever it cuts, mark that point. That point is called measuring point right. This is a definition. Measuring point right side, because this is your right hand side. So this is called MPR, or measuring point right. Then draw another 45-degree to the left and draw the measuring point left, MPL. Okay. So you're from station point, if this is vanishing point and this is station point, measuring point right and measuring point left. Angle will be between this vertical line to this side 45-degree and to this side 45-degree. Is it clear to all of you? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, it's very simple. Vanishing point and station point should be in one line. From the station point, draw 45 degree like this, 45 degree like this. So wherever it cuts, MPL and MPR. Okay. So you have MPL and MPR. Now, once you have this, now you can draw methodically anywhere on the ground line. Now, ground line is here, right? Anywhere on this ground line, you can draw the true size of, let us say we are going to draw a cube. So true size of a cube, the perfect, whatever height you want to take. So if it is a 3 centimeter by 3 centimeter cube, draw a square box above this. Draw a square box above this. Now look very carefully. Vanishing point is here, station point is here. Either to the right of the draw or the left of this. Drawing the middle, will see only the top surface and the front surface. But if you draw on the right, you will see top and this vanishing to this. This side, you'll see top, this side back to the vanishing point. So start drawing the front of a box anywhere on top of this ground line. Means base. This ground line is this half constructed square. So once you complete, look like this. So you have, this is a one side back elevation of a cube. All right. It could be 3 centimeter by 3 centimeter, depending upon what is your drawing paper size or whatever, how you have this. It will vary from person. Then take this corner, this corner of the square and connect to the vanishing point. If you have drawn on this side, from here to here, here, from here to here, and from here to here, you will connect. If you have drawn on this side, from here to here, like this, you will connect. Keep connecting and you will get something like this. See, 4 connections, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there is a blue line here. This is a very important step. See, when you draw like this, you are seeing the cube vanishing, correct? But how do you decide how big this line should be? How far this should go? In the last exercise, randomly you have drawn the cube. But now this is method to draw cube. This is where MPL and MPR will become useful. What you have to draw is, from this corner, draw a line which connects to the MPL. When you draw this construction line, it will cut somewhere here. Actually, this is now the correct side of the cube as seen in perspective. In reality, this length should be equal to this for a cube. In perspective, this will be smaller. You know it, as in perspective, any side will become smaller than the original dimension. But how to get this? This is the idea of drawing MPL and MPR. If you connect this to this, wherever this cut, draw vertical from here, horizontal from here, you will get the cube like this. See, now your cube is complete. Perfect perspective of a cube, 1 point perspective. But this is method. Everything will look perfect if you use this method. That means if you are drawing on this side of the vanishing point, this corner to MPL, if you're drawing on this side, then connect that point MPR. So you have to do a classwork now. What is the classwork? You have to draw 4 cubes, or rather say, let us say 5 cubes. One immediately between the station point and vanishing point. That means one in the center, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So it's very simple. Draw 4 squares, 2 on this side, 1 in the middle, and 2 on this side. Vanish them, but use the MPR and MPL to get the correct cube. And finally, draw the cube dark so that it stands out. Draw the construction lines light. So look at this. Method is very simple. You start like this. Draw the ground line. Draw the horizon line. Fix the vanishing point. Locate your station point immediately below the vanishing point. Immediately below the vanishing point, the way it is shown. Then draw measuring point to the right by 45 degree. Draw measuring point to the left by 45 degree. So both of them are there. And then draw a box. The one side of the cube like this square, and then draw to vanishing point wherever you want to connect, and then connect to the MPL and perfect intersection between the lines, and that will give the depth of the cube. And then you proceed like this, you will finally get the cube.